Let me show you something. Here's option 1, I miss you. And here's option 2, I keep your side of the bed exactly how it was the day you left. Which one of those hits harder for you? It's the same emotion, same idea, but one of them, I wanted you to feel it. Today, we're gonna take a look at how to write lyrics that don't just tell people how to feel, you're actually inviting them to step into the moment with you and feel exactly what you're feeling. Let's take a look. So the first thing I want you to keep in mind, when we write something like, I feel alone, we're writing an emotion, but we're not giving the listener anything to hold on to, anything familiar for them to kind of latch onto to bring them with us. But when we say your coffee cup is still sitting on the side of my sink, now we've given them something concrete and visual, something they can see. And emotions are usually triggered by the things we see, the things we hear, the things that we smell even, what we find familiar. And whether it's from our own lives or from the movies that we've watched, it all is about giving them something concrete that they can latch onto. And that's the shift. It's not emotion to no emotion or vice versa. It's from abstract to specific. Let's actually try building this together. We'll start with a very common lyric, I miss you. Easy, simple, so many people have sung about it, totally valid, totally real, we've all felt it. But it's also kind of invisible on its own, right? So instead, I want you to ask yourself, one level deeper, what does missing someone actually feel like? What does it look like? Sit with that for a second. Maybe it's routine. I still set 2 plates out at 6. You missed that feeling. Now suddenly we're not explaining the feeling, we're describing what's happening. We're watching it happen, like watching a movie. Let's try another angle, same emotion, right? I keep your side of the bed exactly how it was the day you left. Different image, same emotional core. That's what we're aiming for. What is the emotion? How does it feel? And what is a way to express visually how that feeling might be coming up for you as the writer? Emotional anchors are a very helpful way to think about this. So every strong lyric has what we call an emotional anchor. It's just this specific moment or object or action that carries the feeling throughout the song or throughout the lyrical line to the listener. So instead of starting with the lyric, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with an emotional anchor. I'm gonna pick a feeling. Let's pick regret. Don't just write, I regret XYZ. You can write it if you want to, but I'm about to make you change it. Ask yourself, what is a moment for you or for people whose story you know that holds regret for them? What is the actual moment? Maybe it's this. I watched your name light up and let it ring. But you could just come up with the words right now. I drove past your street just to prove to myself that I wouldn't stop. That could work for missing you, regret. There's a whole bunch of places you can take that, but again, it's that relatable feeling. These are small, ordinary actions, but if you start with the emotion and anchor it to that behavior, that object, that action, that moment in time, they carry weight. They imply the feeling underneath. There's a word for that. Subtext. It lets people know what's happening behind the scenes. And it's like watching a movie unfold through a song. It's really a beautiful thing. Now, another thing that you can try here when coming into building these lyrics is how do we tie it with that melody? I drove past your street just to prove I wouldn't stop. But I'm thinking regret. It's not kind of landing, it's passing by. But if I slow it down and add the feeling and let certain words breathe, check this out. I drove past to your street just to see if I wouldn't stop. Now we're sitting in the moment. You're with me. That sounds a bit more sadder, a bit more regretful. Doesn't matter what my face is doing. I still set 2 plates out at 6. Doesn't matter what my face is doing because audibly, you heard the emotion and you tied it to the actual moment. That's 2 tools we used there. We had our emotional anchor, which is the moment tied to the emotion, and then we used the melody to sing as if we're feeling in that moment. We're sitting in that same moment that we just created. So as you write, don't just think, what are the right words and what order do I put them in? Also ask yourself, where does this line need space? That's why sometimes when I'm writing an emotional song that means something to me, I lead with lyrics. I write my lyrics first because that allows me to emote without trying to fit into a specific cadence, right? And then I can build the melody and build the chord progressions around that. It's not every time, but a lot of times I'm starting from the emotion, starting from that emotional anchor. So we're gonna go ahead and make this your own. Think of a strong emotion that you felt recently. Could have been road rage, could have been just a powerful love towards your pet, your kids, your significant other, yourself, pride, any emotion. Now, write 1 line Just one line. Don't try to make it rhyme. Don't try to make it fancy, right? One line that shows that feeling without directly naming it. Use something that you saw or touched or did. And one thing that I find that helps, pull up a backing track that actually feels like that emotion and inspires that. So if you're angry, think angry backing track. Seriously, I'm just gonna search angry backing track and I get it can help to put on a track without lyrics that just really puts you in that mental space again. If you want to go further with this, I want to keep coaching you. Please drop your line in the comments. I'm going to read through and give feedback on as many as I can, all of them. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to give feedback on every single one if you drop it in the comments and let me know what you came up with. Because this is a skill that you can build and I want you to build it. It's not something you have to try hard for every time. The more you practice turning feelings into moments, the more your songs start to feel real. And once your lyrics feel real, there's a sneaky thing that happens here, a very human thing. You get better at naming your emotions. Try it out. Thank you for watching. Happy songwriting.